was also not all there 100%, but he got absolutely no support from the other end.
Tries to just straighten his line a little bit. Brook will scamper back. Fancy that's going to be leg by signal. Yes. 42 for 3.
Well, Wardy, you and I and Nasath, Wardy have all discussed about where the slip cordon is, and obviously the lack in pace. Now that's a flash outside the off stump, a full-blooded cover drive from Joe Root off the edge, and even that hasn't carried. So I think with the pace on offer from Pakistan, obviously on the 120, touching 130s, that slip cordon will constantly have to rejig itself in terms of, for Mohammad Ali, probably a foot behind. They also had to rejig personnel in that slip cordon because a permanent member of that was Salman Ali Agha, who's obviously not made the 11.
Well, that's a gift. One with which Jordan Cox has gleefully accepted.
Far too often up at Leeds, and for Pakistan's sake, hopefully not the same here. Once again, a juicy full torso pitch top delivery from Mohammad Ali. And that was where Pakistan was lacking immensely. Far too many boundary deliveries. Once again, similar start to the over from Mohammad Ali.
Well, this is a day as a seam bowler to do nothing special, just hit a line and a length and stay there. It's good at running between Cox and Brook.
Well, just going back to stand-in captain and Salman Ali Agha, who at the end of the match is very happy to say that obviously it handed right over to Babar Azam, and he's obviously missed out in the 11th, but he's a permanent fixture in that slip cordon. Only first slip Abdullah Shafiq, second slip Salman Ali Agha, third would be Imam, and now they've had to bring Azan Oves in that first slip position as well. So relatively new to Test cricket and a new position for Azan as well in that first slip position, with Abdullah, Imam and Saud now in there as partners.
Well, it was good aggressive running, and then the misfield from Shan made it a comfortable 2. Brook has looked busy.
And 4 slips, Azan starting a right to left, Abdullah Shafiq, Imam and Saud, so they're all... Imam generally in third slip, Abdullah Shafiq would have manned first slip in up in Headingley Leeds with Salman Ali Agha in there. Azan Oves saw up in Leeds as well, was in the slip practicing, so should be good. Well, it would have been a simple discussion, maybe a strict one in terms of where we bowled up at Headingley and how it went, and compared to Pakistan seamers today in terms of hitting that length. Remember, left and right hand combinations throughout this pitch map. The grouping slightly better. I'd still call it a bit wavered every now and then, but between 6 to 8 meter mark, 60% of those deliveries.
Well, I wondered how Brook was going to play. Said he was looking busy. He saw a bit of width, and he looked to absolutely fly that through cover.
Well, it took 6 deliveries for your question to be answered by Harry Brook. It is short, it is wide, and he is really thrown the kitchen sink at that. Intention's clear. He's been dished up some easy stuff already. One flick down the leg side, shot through the covers.
49 for 3. In North London now, it was miserable earlier today. We had all of that rain, scudding clouds and a delayed start. So we've had 12 overs of this test match. Ghana conceded 7 fours, so the discipline hasn't been perfect, given the fact that the ball has moved around even now with the sun shining. Very, very good conditions to bowl. Barber back in charge of Pakistan at the expense of Salman Ali Agha, who at the end of the test match at Leeds said he was happy to hand the captaincy back. We handed his place back as well because he was left out of the side. Cox again is trying to get outside the line of off stump, get close to the pitch to negate the seam.
I think great opportunity for Babar. Back as captain, has the best away record in terms of win percentage amongst Pakistan men's test captain, 75% with 9 wins. However, this happens to be the first time he's captaining in one of the SENA countries, so South Africa, England, New Zealand and Australia. A good opportunity to just Pakistan to put up a better show.
Was pretty well played in the end by Jordan Cox. The temptation would have been to absolutely throw the kitchen sink at it like we saw from Brook in the previous over, but he played it with softish hands.
But a great partnership, Joe Root in that previous test match, 50. What has impressed you most about Jordan Cox?
I love his attitude to the game. He's quite a bubbly sort of character, full of confidence, just bags of ability really. He's got a joyous persona, if I can put it that way. He's a serious talent. And he's rather been thrust in at a challenging time and position because he hasn't batted 3 much in his career at all. But as he said, he'll bat anywhere. I mean, that's a standard thrown out line, isn't it? If you get selected, well, I'll bat 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever. But ideally for him, he'd probably want to start in the middle order and then move further up. I just like his approach to the game. Brilliant fielder. His keeping is good too, and he's working hard at that.
Salmon from Norway is enjoyed all around the world. Raw, seared, grilled, or smoked. The cold, clear waters of Norway give it a firm texture and delicious taste. No matter how you choose to eat, salmon from Norway.
Fabricating structural steel, meet the rising demands of the construction industry, extend structural longevity, support more sustainable building practices, discover how proven, premium steel protection can sharpen your competitive edge. It's time to avant-garde.
Feel one of the normal regular slips on the offside has come out, and we have another leg slip, which has been a feature of the test summer. Butch is here, but not on comms. He was at the back of the box. Oh, he is here, chuntering away. Wedged and through that slip region. Not sure if that would have been a pretty regulation catch if they'd had those 4 slips in place as they had the previous delivery. But he'd been moved to leg slip.
Which would have meant the rest of the remaining slip would have slightly just converged and gotten in closer to the keeper. But this is just turned Jordan Coxett and slice of the bat slightly higher, and it just flown to the right of Saud Shakil in that slip Gordon.
I don't think it would have carried, but I'm not sure I agree with this. Bass, if he just hits that line and length, he'll be challenging the outside edge all the time. And now he's going to go back in. Well, horse bolted and all that sort of stuff, but I think that's the right and sensible thing to do.
That's not done, Wardy. A couple of slips close together, another couple then close together.
$57 for 3. Just thinking, conditions like this, you play the percentages. In the history of the game, where do catches go? Well, they go keeper, first slip, second slip, third slip, probably gully. That's where it tends to go. I'm all for being creative when it's flat. But in these conditions, with a bowler like Mohamed Abbas, I think you just have to play the percentages. Where does the ball normally go? In the history of the game, goes to the slip cord.
100%. And not just in the history, just the 13 overs gone so far, barring one to Emilio Gay. Apart from that, everything that has flown off the slip button has been off the outside edge. Every now and then, front pad has also been challenged when the ball just slips in. Change of personnel. Gully and Point.
Well, that was an uncomfortable delivery for Harry Brook to deal with as Muhammad Ali nipped that one back into his leg. Hasn't been troubled too often against Pakistan. Excellent career average. Look at his average against Pakistan. That includes obviously that mammoth 300. 91 in the first test. I think Brook is going to be as positive as he possibly can be here today, though. His conditions are in the bowler's favour at the minute.
I just kept a little bit low, as we saw in the first over as well, every now and then just, or not carrying through to the keeper, which obviously is amalgamated by the slowish nature of the pitch so far that we've seen, and obviously the pace element that Pakistan have at their disposal. 83 miles per hour, that previous one.
Just keeping on the discipline though, Pakistan. This is just throwing the ball back to mid-off the captain to get it shined and then back to the bowler and then lob it 6 foot over his head. It's just sometimes you think, keep the ball up, there's moisture. You don't want that to get in the ball. You want to have time to shine it, get it back to the bowler. Disciplines, race it.
how he showed that package a couple of times in terms of lapses, the lack of discipline, not just with the bowling, but in overall in the awareness of the field, boundary riders, and he's, to make matters worse, overstepped Muhammad Ali. So still a couple of deliveries, legal ones to be bowled here, but it was something that Imam said to me at the start or the top of the show in terms of how they might have prepared and the conversations. And I think I did like, he said there were some tough conversations, and I think probably that's sometimes what the bowling need, just honest truth. We were not good enough, we need to do better. Pakistan just need to be very good pretty much all throughout. And also, like you said, on surface that is providing assistance. Overcast was at the start of the day, sun sort of pops in and out every now and then, but we've seen if you constantly keep hitting that length and just stay in and around off stump, there's plenty of assistance. Just this over from Muhammad Ali as well, full one, sort of one that was drivable length. Barring Mohammad Abbas, the rest of the bowlers again need to step up, provide consistent periods of support.
$59 for 3.
Time is up.
$59 for 3. Harry Brook. Jordan Cox at the crease, and there's been movement for the Pakistan bowls, and particularly Mohammad Abbas, 3 for 29. And he continues from the nursery end. Tends to be Harry Brook's way. Morgan moving around, particularly on green seaming pitches, actually, that he tries to put the bowlers off.
Yeah, afternoon. Brody, afternoon, everyone. Certainly has been his successful method of play in international cricket and domestic cricket for a long time now. Just the level of consistency that he finds, even when he manages upping his risk, whether it's coming down the wicket, moving around the crease, just targeting different areas of the ground. Keeper now up to try and keep Harry Brook in the crease.
Beautiful shot. Beating backward a point, running down the hill for 4.
Yeah, lovely hands from Harry Brook, but the key to this shot is how late he makes contact with the ball, almost behind him. Then his ability just to open up the face of the bat, and then his hands take over, yeah, through the ball.
Yeah, it's just a bit of width from Mohammad Abbas. He'll be disappointed with bowling nursery end. It can bring you into width with the slope going that way. You just fall away slightly in your action, but he'll want to hit the stumps. Down the leg side, and this one can't do anything about it, whether it makes it to the boundary. It doesn't. It's definitely the right play, Morgs, to have keeper up to the stumps in these conditions, because Harry Brook does like to use his feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Plan is certainly the right one, but the accuracy needs to be there from Abbas. It certainly has been in the past. A slow start today with the ball just trying to utilise the advantage of winning the toss and bowling. Have to be accurate. You don't see many batters start their standing position outside of the crease when the keeper is up. Just watch where Harry Brook sets up here. Remember the likes of Brendan McCullum, who we used to play against him, would set up. Just watch where
Harry Brooks stands after he marks his guard, ever so slightly outside his crease, and then when he triggers, that back foot goes in the crease.
Good bounce. Yeah, he's really trying to take the LBW out of the game, isn't he? He's sort of saying to himself, look, if he gets a good one that bounces like this previous ball did and gets caught in the slips, then that's cricket. But what he's trying to do is, if he starts in his crease, he'll then trigger so deep that if he gets hit, he's going to be inside the line and hitting the stumps. So he's trying to keep his front foot as far forward as he can with the wicket keeper up to the stumps. Good bit of fielding. Looks like that could be a slightly risky shot.
Meet Weo Family, the first bank account in the UAE for shared family life. Share one account, with both family leads having equal control. Invite the kids, the nanny, even cousin Ahmed. Share saving spaces. Save together for a home, school fees, or the AC bill in August. Make shared cards. Spend together with the whole household. And set the budget. Give kids their own pockets. See them save, spend, and learn how money really works. Banking now runs in the family.
New Schwarzkopf Cream Supreme Care and Coloration with triple bonding haptic system for every year.
Three slips and a gully. This one back, not up to the stumps. Mohamed Ali. Quick single. Just the wrong line from Mohamed Ali at the moment. Slope can do that to you, just drags you a bit too straight. Also, the slope can make you overstep. Second no ball of the day. Mohamed Ali really struggled with his run-up at Headingley. Looked very careful, a bit stuttery. Just watching in his 3 overs so far, it doesn't feel like he's sorted that out completely. He lacks a bit of flow, a bit of rhythm. His stride pattern gets shorter the closer he gets to the stumps, to the crease. Just loses pace about now. Oh! It's a good area. Slightly on the fuller side of where you want to be. Talk about hitting the bails here at Lords. What you don't really want is to be over pitch and getting driven down the ground. You want it that length where batters can't quite get their front foot in the place they want to. If you get any sort of movement, you can bring the stumps into play between bat and pad and also the outside edge. You don't want to get it full enough that the batters can cover the movement. slips are always in play here at the home of cricket. Overpitched. Beautiful shot down the ground.
Yeah, he's looked good as Jordan Cox has moved to 23 just off 25 deliveries. This just over-pitched ever so slightly from Ali. Jordan Cox says, thank you very much.
Now before leg buys this time, I think. Or was he giving it runs? I think he went to put his leg in the air and Jordan Cox was rubbing the inside edge of his bat and named 4, 76 for 3.
Well, Harry Brook found himself at the crease today, 36 for 3. This was very, very similar early this summer against New Zealand. Yeah, to bat on the scoreboard was 30 for 3, but the aggression he showed then was as aggressive as we've seen him today. It's how he plays so effectively.
Mohamed Abbas has a rest, his 8 overs, 3 wickets in that. Karam Shazad into the attack and onto a good length. Shazad started at the pavilion end. I actually wonder whether the nursery end will suit him more. He jumps out a little bit with his action, so he'll have to try and hold that so he doesn't drop even further out. But he does get that late movement away from the right-handers, so he can bring the slips more into play. General rule here at Lords when you're bowling pavilion end, it's to bold and LBWs for the right-handers that are really in the game. And when you come to the nursery end, you bring that outside edge into play. It's just 2 slips in a gully at the moment to Harry Brook, but you want to try and hold your slips as long as you can, because it really is think about first, second and third slip really being in the game. Brook again, using his feet, kind of put the bowlers off the line and length they're searching for. Karam Shazad might just suit the nursery end because he's naturally a bit wider on the crease because he jumps out. Actually, what you want to be at the nursery end is a bit wider on the crease. If you get too close to the stumps where you deliver the ball, you become easier to leave and you create width. If you're a bit wider on the crease and you start your line off stump, become much more dangerous. Nice finish. To the over, just the one run from it, 77 for 3. Three wickets for Pakistan and run rate of 4.5 for England. And a good pitch so far. A little bit of movement, but you can play your shots. A couple of eye-catching drives from Jordan Cox. This partnership, 41 from 41, growing nicely. A bowl, an absolute beauty from Muhammad Ali down the slope, nipping back.
Well, exactly the mode of dismissal that Stuart Broad has been talking about. Changes from end to end here at Lord's. From the pavilion end, bowled an LBW. Such a common way of dismissing batters. This is an absolute beauty. Muhammad Ali, that is outstanding. Nothing Harry Brook can do to keep that out. Pakistan have England in trouble. Harry Brook goes for 15, England 77 for 4.
I just find out that AC can easily get worn, especially in hot and humid summers. I keep falling sick all the time, even I'm eating healthy and doing my exercise every day. I can't imagine what would have happened if I didn't get Just Like to clean my AC. Book AC cleaning once every 4 months to keep your air healthy, like what I did now.
Dan Lawrence walks out to the crease. England in trouble, 77 for 4. Big knock for Dan Lawrence, came back into the side. Headingley and got a decent half century. So he might not have expected to be out there before lunch, day one, but he's a proper player, good batter, likes to stamp his authority on the game. 5 minutes till the lunch break, which is always an awkward time to come out to bat. Pakistan will be on the attack, 4 slips. Muhammad Ali full of confidence after bowling a beauty to Harry Brook.
Third no ball for Pakistan today. Just a little bit indisciplined, but this isn't. A good line, a good length, and with a wobble seam delivery, the deviation just through the gate. Brook through the shot, but without the deviation, out of the middle of his bat. Outstanding bowling.
It proves the value of holding your line at Lord's as well. When you talk about the ball nipping down the slope in such wonderful fashion like it did to Harry Brook, if that's starting on off stump, it often misses leg stump, but if you can get into that 4th, 5th stump line where it pitches and then it jacks back, you're in big trouble as a batter. I'm not sure Harry Brook can do anything about that. Win the toss and bowl here at Lords. You want wickets. Big appeal, but sliding. Everyone knew it, bar the bowler. Passionate appeal. He'll do well to convince Amrazam to refer this.
Oh, I don't think much real interest from the Pakistan skipper. Muhammad Ali certainly felt as if he was in the game. Dan Lawrence, unlike Harry Brook, has a big trigger movement, stands well in front of the stumps, but this is going a long way down the leg side. And a good decision not to send it upstairs. You can tell the excitement though, Brodie. They've taken a wicket in the over already.
Solid in defence. He's changed a little bit, Dan Lawrence, over since we last saw him in Test match cricket. He seems to be stepping a little bit further across his stumps. He's very much a leg side dominant player naturally, so he's trying to get the ball in the line that he wants. You'd say previous years his weakness would be the outside edge. If you held 5th stump for a long period of time and a straight bat, he could edge it. So he's trying to take that out. A bit sort of Steve Smith, like really, his back foot is triggering outside of off stump. Just backing himself to hit the ball when it's straight and hoping bowlers chase it. Try and chase the stumps. It's off the mark. Inside edge, and he'll pick up 2.
Well, been in fine form has Dan Lawrence. 788 runs in a county championship. Look at that strike rate. Brilliant clip, highest score of 218. So he will feel that if he gets himself in, he will make it count. He needs to get through this tough period.
Into a good area once again from Muhammad Ali, and England 80 for 4. And the bails go off for lunch. Later lunch than usual because of the rain delay this morning, but Pakistan will be delighted with their work. 18 overs, winning the toss, having a bowl, and their bowlers have been successful. 4 wickets, all top order wickets of England. Put Pakistan in charge at this moment. Joe Root. LBW to Abbas once the keeper came up to the stumps again. A bit of a signal of his summer so far, but Jordan Cox has played nicely for his 27. And Lawrence new to the crease once Harry Brook got bowled through the gate. So England under a bit of pressure at the home of cricket, with Pakistan on top.
Yeah, Pakistan certainly go in at the luncheon break. The happier off the two sides. They won the toss and elected to bowl in very bowler-friendly conditions. It's in rain, a bit of cloud has hung around, and there's been movement in the air and off the seam. And those 4 important wickets will walk in and happy with their work. Leo Gay was the first to go, and followed by Duckett for 17. Abbas doing the damage. Well, Joe Root as well. Muhammad Ali getting in on the action. Just missing Harry Brook, who was in form, but it was just the 3 seamers that had the ball in hand. 3 for Abbas and 1 for Ali. Plenty more work to do in the afternoon.
Again, provide the prize pot value of over £200,000. That includes 3 brand new brilliant cards, international match tickets, and £100 bonds.
80 for 4, England. So you'd say it was Pakistan's session. Bowlers did the job after winning the toss. In the movement led by Mohammed Abbas. 3 for 34. And England will try and fight back in the afternoon session. With Harry Brook, and you have to be very clear with just because, okay, well, Harry Brook's a really good player, we can't afford to lose him, but Bryden Cast, you're okay, we can move you on.